morning, friends. This early morning session is dedicated to all language lover and all the classes, particularly 7, 8, 9, 10, and even 11 class, and all those competitive aspirants who are willing to know correct way of using verb, where to use what kind of verb, and where not to use such verbs. Like we often talk about continuous tense, and we say that when an action is going on at the time of speaking, it is said to be present continuous. Like what are we facing these days? We are facing these days the biggest challenge of COVID-19. Schools are not going on. Children are sitting inside their home. They're spending their time either reading books or attending online classes. So it is going to be a very tough time. So like that, future continuous also states action which is likely to be going on at the time of speaking in the future. Like he will be attending classes online since or by tomorrow. They will be discussing the matter next week. He will be arriving at the station after an hour. The show will be coming to an end after a week. The discussions will come to a conclusion after half an hour. The delegates will be leaving for their different places after attending the meeting within 2 or 3 days. By the next year, this time, the doctors would have conquered the disease COVID-19. The the situation will be becoming normal sometime in the future, maybe after 100 days, or these schools will be opening in the coming days and their children will be attending classes. There is no hope, no expectation that these institutions are likely to be opened in the coming days. Similarly, some verbs of perception, they do not take continuous form, ing form, rather they take simple present form. Like verbs of perceptions are see, taste, smell, hear, prefer, please, notice, recognize. Like you can't say I'm seeing you all the time coming here and there. I always say I see you coming here all the time. I'm testing this ice cream. No, don't always say I test this ice cream often, or I test this food often. I test this dish often. Never say I'm testing. Don't say I'm smelling something bad. Always say I smell something bad. Simple present tense, preferably, because they are verbs of perception. Here I'm hearing a very nice sound. Wrong. I hear a nice sound. Simple present tense. I hear your voice. Don't say I'm hearing your voice. I'm preferring tea to coffee. No, wrong. I prefer tea to coffee. Simple present. Correct. I prefer tea to coffee. Never say I'm preferring. Always say I prefer. Never use continuous tense with see. Never say. Don't say that I'm seeing you. Always say I see you. Like similarly, notice. I'm noticing your activities. Wrong. I notice your activities. Never say I'm recognizing you. Always say I recognize you. I very well recognize you. I do recognize you. Then he is pleasing you. Wrong. He pleases you. Then comes verbs of thinking. Like they are also not used in continuous tense. Like I'm thinking you're right. Wrong. I think you're right. He is often thinking about you. Wrong. He often thinks about you. Right. I'm knowing you. Wrong. I know you. I do not know you. Right. It is in negative form. Do you know me? Yes. I know you very well. Never say I'm knowing you. Always say I know you very well. I mean what I say. Never say I'm meaning what I'm saying. No. Always say I mean what I say. I'm minding your statement. Wrong. I mind your statement. In negative, I do not mind your statement. Always say do you mind your statement. Interrogative. Never say I'm minding or Are you minding my statement? Wrong. Do you mind my statement? Remember. Do you remember my name? Yes, it is correct. Yes, I remember your name. Well, I do not remember your name. Negative. Then always say this suppose. He is supposing us to be new friends. Wrong. He supposes us to be new friend. Never use continuous tense with the verbs of thoughts and perception. Think, know, mean, they are never used in continuous form. Always say I am thinking you. Wrong. Always say I think you about you. I know you. Never say I am knowing you. Never say I am meaning what I am saying. Always say I mean what I say. Never say do you mind what I say. Never say do you, yes, this is correct, do you mind what I say. Never say are you minding my statement. Always say do you mind my statement. Are you remembering my name. Wrong. Do you remember my name. I don't remember your name. That is in negative form. So I suppose you are our friends. Verbs showing possessions, they are also not used in continuous form. Never say that this bottle is containing 1 liter of milk. Always say this bottle contains 1 liter of milk. Consist, this book consists of 100 pages. Never say this book is consisting of 100 pages. Never use continuous tense. This house is belonging to Mr. Khanna. Never say this is wrong. This house belongs to Mr. Khanna. In the similar way, verbs of expressions and feelings and state of mind are also used in simple present rather than using in continuous form. Like believe, I believe what you say. I like what you do. I dislike what you do. I love what you say. I adore your statement. I want your change in attitude. I wish your success in life. I desire for your betterment. I don't hate anybody. I agree with you to this proposal. I trust you are right. I imagine your statement is correct. And then last but not the least, the verb like look and seem, they also are used in not used in continuous form. It looks to be sad. No, it looks. It is looking to be sad. Wrong. It looks to be sad. It is seeming to be dark. Wrong. It seems to be dark. Simple present tense. He is hoping to arrive here. He hopes to arrive here. He is refusing us to help. Wrong. He refuses us to help. So what are the areas where we are not going to use continuous tense? Verbs of perceptions, verbs of state of mind, thoughts and feelings, verbs showing possessions, verbs of measurement, verbs expressing feelings and state of mind, verbs in general like look, seem. Don't say it is seeming to be very darker. It seems to be very dark at this moment. It seems to be brighter in the day. Always say I agree to your statement. Never say I am agreeing to your statement. Never say I am adoring you. Always say I adore you. I adore you. Always say I desire your progress in life. Always say, never say I am desiring your progress in life. Always say I desire your progress. Never say I am hating this guy. Always say I hate this guy. Always say I dislike. I dislike your way of talking. Never say I am disliking. Always say I like your way of behaving. Never say I am liking. So these are the areas where continuous tense is never used. Thank you. I am sure going through these discussions, you will be in a better position to use correct form of verbs, particularly simple present tense and continuous tense. Thank you.